and welcome everyone. Okay, so in today's lesson, I want to continue talking about contrasting conjunctions. And, I know these may be, big, hard words, but really they're just, contrasting, subordinating, and correlative. They may be hard, confusing words, but really these are just describing the conjunctions that we use in writing. So again, a conjunction is a word or words used to connect two clauses together. Words such as although, because, or when. And a subordinating clause is a part of a sentence that adds additional information to the main clause. Like what we see in front of us, we have cause and contrast. So when we are talking about a cause in our sentence, we use because or since. When we want to contrast, two things, we use even though, although, and while. So now let's look at the rest of the contrasting conjunctions and when and how do we use them in a sentence. So really, don't worry about, these harder words, contrasting, subordinating, and correlative. These are just, they separate the conjunctions. We have three different kinds of conjunctions, and like I said, we have subordinating, we have contrasting, and we have correlative conjunctions. And they're just a bunch of words divided into three groups. And all we really need to know is when to use each one of these conjunctions. So here we have because. Because shows a reason. When we want to use because in a sentence, we are explaining the reason. For example, I went home because I was tired. I'm sorry, there's a W missing there. So I went home because I was tired. So here we are given the reason why I went home. Why is the reason? Because I was tired. Now, like I said in my previous video, we can use conjunctions in the beginning of a sentence. So this is how it becomes. Because I was tired, I went home. Okay? Because I was tired, I went home. Another example, she moved because she got a new job. Why did she move? Because, we used because in this sentence, because she got a new job. رحلت عشان لقت شغل جديد. And here we can also put it in the beginning of the sentence. Because she got a new job, she moved. This is the second sentence is, being more sophisticated. If you've mastered conjunctions, you will be able to write as the second example that you see in front of you. The third example, the lake is popular because it is peaceful. Okay, so why is the lake popular? Because it's peaceful. Hudu. Now we can put it in the beginning and it becomes because it is peaceful, the lake is popular. The lake is popular. I'm sorry, there's another mistake. That should be is instead of it. Here we have since. So when we use since, we are showing a reason in our sentence. Since it is Saturday, let's go out. عشان اليوم السبت خلينا نطلع نشم الهواء. Or because it is Saturday, let's go out. Here also, because is also given a reason. So since and because are similar and they both show reason. Do you see how my examples, I've used since and I used because. We better leave since it is late. عشان الوقت متأخر لازم نروح. We better leave because it is late. Same thing, same meaning. So since and because, same meaning, and the meaning is we are showing a reason in our sentence. Next example we have since you are here, let's play cards. عشان انتي هون خلينا نلعب شدة. Or because you are here, let's play cards. Same meaning, same thing, but in this sentence I would use since you are here, let's play cards. Here we have even though. Now even though we are contrasting ideas, يعني عنا فكرتين وعم نميز بين فكر بين one idea لidea تانية. For example, we stayed inside even though it was sunny. ضلينا جوا البيت حتى لو الشمس كانت طالعة برا. Or even though it was sunny, we stayed inside. حتى لو مشمسة بس ضلينا إحنا جوا. Same thing. So you can put it in the middle of the sentence or you can put it in the beginning. But make sure it makes sense. It doesn't work to every sentence, but you have to read your whole sentence and make sure there's meaning to it. Another example, he never spends money even though he's rich. يعني ما عمره بصرف مصاري حتى لو هو غني. Or even though he's rich, he never spends money. For me, I would use the second one, even though he's rich, حتى لو هو غني ما بصرف مصاري. Third example, I passed the test even though I did not study. Here we have it in the middle, and أنا نجحت بالامتحان حتى لو, even though means حتى لو. أنا نجحت حتى لو أنا ما درست. Or we can use it in the beginning, say حتى لو أنا ما درست, even though أنا ما درست بس لسه نجحت بالامتحان. Next we have although and while. Although and while also we are contrasting ideas. عم نميز بين فكر وفكر تاني. Although I dislike vegetables, and remember we have to put a comma where we are contrasting two sentences and making it into one. Okay, so what is the whole idea of contrasting conjunctions? We are expressing opposite, or we are contrasting between two statements. We are contrasting between two sentences and making it into one sentence. So where we would put a full stop, we must put a comma, so that so the reader can know what you are talking about. Although I dislike vegetables, I eat them to stay healthy. Now here I can say I dislike vegetables, full stop. I eat them to stay healthy, full stop. But since we put although, so we are contrasting. حتى لو أنا ما بحب الخضرة لازم أكلهم عشان أضلني healthy. Okay, so this is what although means. You can eat that although you might not like it. يعني ممكن تاكليه بس بجوز إنه ما تحبيه. Okay, now using while. While I like country music, I never listen to it. يعني حتى لو أنا بحب country music أنا ما عمري بسمع له. Or we can say while the food is fresh, it did not look healthy. While the food is fresh, there's a is missing there. While the food is fresh, it did not look healthy. حتى لو الأكل شكله صحي لا حتى لو الأكل شكله طازة هو ما شكله صحي. So this is using although and while. إحنا عم نقارن بين إشيان. Now we have 7 coordinating conjunctions. Just don't worry about coordinating, subordinating. Just know when to use all of these conjunctions. When to use although, while, when to use even though, when to use since, when to use because. So all we really need to know is when to use them. In reality, you're not going to say, okay, now I'm going to be using contrasting and but. No, you just need to know when to use all of these. And in English grammar, they make it kind of complicated and they name everything. بيعطوا كل إشي له اسم. So, it's my job to tell you the name, but in reality, when we speak, I'm not going to say, okay, now I am going to be speaking in the contrasting way. لا, we don't do that. بس because we are learning, احنا عم نتعلم, it's my job to tell you the names of all of these. So, when do we use and, but, for, nor, or, yet, and so? إيش بنستعملهم? Let's see. We use, I'm going to tell you when do we use and give you some examples. For example, I ate cake and I drank some coffee. Each of the coordinating conjunction has two purposes. يعني all of the coordinating conjunctions إلهم سببين. One, to connect information, نشبك ideas together, and to show certain relationship between two or more things. When نبين العلاقة بين إشيان أو أكتر. Notice that when we connect two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunctions, we use comma before the conjunction. Like I said, when we are combining two independent clauses, two independent sentences together, we must put a comma before the conjunction. قبل الconjunction لازم نحط فاصلة. When we connect two clauses with a coordinating conjunction, it's called a compound sentence. We will talk about compound sentences later on. So we use and to connect information, and here we used and to show that I ate cake and I drank some coffee. يعني أكلت cake وشربت قهوة. Next we have but. When do we use but? For example, I ate a cake, but I didn't like it. Here we used but. But shows us a relationship of something we don't expect. When we use but, يعني عم ببين لنا علاقة عن إشي إحنا ما توقعنا. Or but directs contrast as in the example. فوق, it's hot outside but it's cold inside. يعني هون كمان we can use but to contrast. نقارن إشيان. هو شو برا بس جوا برد. So إحنا هون عم نقارن برا وجوا. And in the first example, I ate a cake but I didn't like it. يعني أنا أكلت شقفة كيك بس أنا ما حبيتها. So here عم نحكي السبب إنه أنا أكلت والسبب إنه ما حبيتها. Next we have or. When do we use or? Let's see. I go to the playground or I go to the pool. Okay? So or shows us that we have an option. عنا خيار. And we can only choose one. عنا خيارين بس نقدر بس إن بس ناخد قرار واحد مش الاثنين. So when we use or يعني أو. Okay, I think so. I go to the playground or I go to the pool. يعني أنا ممكن أروح الملعب أو أروح المسبح. Okay, so this is when we use or. When we want to show, or shows us that we have two options or more, ولازم نختار واحد من الأوبشن مش الاثنين. Or is easy. They're easy, and I know you know how to use them, but this is just to master our contrasting conjunctions. Now we have so. So, as you noticed, I use so a lot. So here, for the students who ask me, what does so mean? Why do you keep saying so? So shows us cause and effect. Yani, for example, I didn't eat dinner, so now I'm starving. يعني أنا ما اتغديت فهلأ أنا ميت من الجوع. So means I believe. The second action occurred as a result of the first action. So when we use so يعني إنه هو السبب عن عن الإشي الأول. For example, I have finished my homework, so now I will watch TV. هون أنا خلصت واجباتي فهلا أنا ممكن إنه أروح وأحضر شوي TV. So this is so. I love it because it shows cause and effect. يعني okay هلا هلا راح. It has a lot of meanings. Now we move to yet. When do we use yet? Yet, for example, she's only 5 yet she can do laundry. يعني هي عمرها 5 سنين بس بتسوي الغسيل أو بتنشر الغسيل. يعني حتى لو هي عمرها 5 سنين تقدر تنشر الغسيل. So yet shows us contrast in spite or something. يعني حتى لو هي بس 5 سنين بس هي بتقدر تنشر الغسيل. Also, it is similar to saying but, still, but anyways, or nevertheless. Okay. Yet, as a conjunction is not related to time. So, احنا ما بنستعمل yet إذا بدنا نحكي عن الوقت. No. She's only, for another example, she's only 6 but she can still do calculus. يعني هي عمرها 6 سنين بس بتقدر تعمل calculus in math. There's often an element of something that we don't expect when we use yet. يعني yet بيجي يعني بمفاجأة إشي إحنا ما بنتوقعه. Oftentimes we could use but to mean the same thing, and it is more common to use yet in writing than in speaking. Okay, so again, yet shows us contrast in spite of something. ببين لنا هدف إشي إحنا ما توقعناه. Next we have for. Where do we use for? And let's see the examples. I was happy it was Friday, for I had a tiring week. Here's another mistake. I'm sorry, these are type mistakes. When I type fast, everyone makes mistakes, so it's fine. I was happy it was Friday, for I had a tiring week. So here for shows us a cause and effect. يعني for يوم نستعمل for إحنا عم نستعمله لهدف لخيار وهدف, cause and effect. بدنا ننتبه the difference between for and so. في difference. For and so فيهم difference مش نفس الإشي. I had a tiring week, so I was happy it was Friday. Here, we're also we used so. I had a tiring week, so I was happy. أنا كان عندي أسبوع كتير صعب, فأنا مبسوطة إنه اليوم الجمعة عشان أرتاح. So when we use for, the result comes first. So يوم نستعمل for, أول إشي بنحط السبب أول, okay, and then ليش. So because I had a tiring week, because I had a tiring week كان أسبوع صعب فأنا كتير مبسوطة إنه اليوم الجمعة. So يوم نستعمل so لازم السبب يكون أول. When we use يوم نستعمل for السبب بيكون أول. And when we use so الهدف مش السبب النتيجة cause يعني نتيجة. يوم نستعمل so النتيجة بتيجي أول. بس they express the same relationship بس إنه هم يعني بمعنى نفس الإشي. So this is very important to know the difference between for and so. Again, for بيبين لنا السبب والهدف. الهدف والسبب. هدف هو cause والeffect هو السبب. Notice في difference ما ننسى إنه في difference between for and so. We use for السبب الهدف بيجي أول يوم نستعمل for ويوم نستعمل so الcause okay الهدف هو بيجي أول. This is very important to know. Nor. When do we use nor? And let's see the examples. I don't drink tea, nor do I drink Coke or Pepsi. So nor is used with negative sentences, negative clauses. يعني لا أنا ما بشرب شاي ولا بشرب Pepsi. So nor يعني ولا. Nor is used with negative. يعني ما بنستعمل nor when we are talking in a positive, when our sentence is affirmative. We use nor when our sentence is negative. For example, now we can combine these two sentences with nor because they're both negative. You must remember to change it into a question form, okay? I haven't gone to LA, nor I will go to LA. يعني أنا ما عمري رحت على لوس أنجلوس ولا راح أروح على لوس أنجلوس. So here we use nor يعني ولا in negative sentences. Here we must always these must always appear together in a sentence. Both and, not only but, either or, neither nor. يعني في جملة واحدة لازم نستعملهم هدول الاثنين لأنه بيساعدوا بعض in our sentence. Both and, not only but, either or, neither nor. We use these two. These two have to appear together. They must always appear together in a sentence. To complete the sentence, to let the reader know exactly what we are talking about and to give them more information about our sentences. Both and. Here's an example. MC loves chocolate. MC loves vanilla. MC loves both chocolate and vanilla. So here we have two sentences. Why should we write two sentences when we can use a conjunction and only write one sentence? That's too much. Too many sentences to write. So MC loves both chocolate and vanilla. So هون احنا عرفنا the reader إنه MC بيحب الاثنين chocolate and vanilla. ليش نكتب MC loves chocolate, MC loves vanilla? Too much MC, too much loves. So نجمعهم together. We use a conjunction both and. Do you see how we have both and في جملة واحدة? MC loves both chocolate and vanilla. So simple as that. ما يهمكم contrast الكلمات هاي سابق contrasting, subordinating, correlative. بس المهم إنه نعرف وقتش نستعمل all of these conjunctions و إيش الاثنين اللي لازم يكونوا في جملة واحدة and كل واحدة إيش معناتها إيش الهدف اللي إحنا عم نستعملها في الجملة تبعتنا. Here are some examples for not only and but also. So there are correlative conjunctions that emphasize that there are two elements. Like I said in my previous video, correlative conjunctions هم بيدققوا على two يعني اشياء أو أكتر بجملة. So when connecting two subjects with not only but also, a verb agrees with the subject that is closest to it. يعني when we have two subjects and we are trying to connect them, the verb has to agree with the subject. That's why we use not only, and that's why we use but and also in the same sentence. Here we have example for not only and but also. MC exercises every day. MC also drinks lots of water. So again عنا كتير MC وعنا كتير information. ليش نكتب جملتين ونقدر نكتب one sentence by using conjunctions? To stay healthy, MC not only exercises every day but also drinks a lot of water. You know, so كتبنا كل المعلومات اللي في الجملتين هدول بجملة واحدة، بس مهم إنه نعرف كيف نرتب الجملة. يعني to stay healthy عشان نضلنا صحيين، عشان يضل صحي. MC مش بس بيلعب رياضة كل يوم، بس هو كمان بيشرب كتير ماء. So do you see how it all comes together, how conjunctions bring two or more sentences into one sentence with less words, less repeating names, less repeating over and over words. So that's the main use of conjunctions. We are conjuncting a lot of sentences into one. Now, either or. When connecting two subjects with either or, the verb will agree with the subject closest to it. You could either, for example, you could either wear the skirt or you can wear the special dress. يعني هون بعطيكي خيار إنه ممكن تلبسي هاي التنورة أو ممكن تلبسي هذا الفستان. يعني اختاري بين التنورة أو الفستان، بس ما بتقدري تلبسيهم الاثنين، ما بتقدري تختاري الاثنين. So like I said, either or, we are comparing between two, we are, I'm giving you an option. عم بعطيكي بين خيارين وانتي أو انت اختار خيار واحد مش الاثنين. ما بتقدري تلبسي التنورة والفستان نفس الوقت، فاختاري واحد، يا التنورة يا الفستان. Next we have neither nor. Neither nor is negative. We use it in negative sentences, as I said. We use neither nor to emphasize two negative elements within a sentence. يعني لما نستعمل neither nor احنا عم بندقق على إشي سلبي في جملة واحدة. Okay? When using neither and nor to connect two subjects, the verb agrees with the subject closest to it again. But be careful, do not use a negative verb with neither or nor. Neither or nor already communicates not. يعني يوم نستعمل neither nor مش لازم نكتب not في جملة لأنه already neither nor معنى not. Okay? So let's see the example. Neither my MC or Janice can reach the cake. يعني لا MC ولا جنس بيقدروا يطولوا الكيك. So لا هذا ولا هاي ممكن إنه يطولوا الكيك. So remember, neither nor means not, مش ضروري نحط not يوم ما نستعمل neither nor في الجملة. And that is the end of our lesson. I hope you got a better understanding of when to use all of these conjunctions. Just don't get confused by the harder words. Just the important thing is to know when to use each conjunction, what to belong together, and what each one means to have a better feel when we do write sentences. Again, I like to, give a positive quote at the end of my lessons. And today I am telling you, enjoy the little things. And even though هنا بستعمل a conjunction, even though we are still in quarantine because of the coronavirus, even though we are in quarantine because of the coronavirus, we should be thankful that we have a family, that we have a roof over our heads, that we have food, that we have teachers helping us, giving us all the knowledge possible that we need to grow and succeed. Be thankful that we are alive. Be thankful for your siblings. Be thankful that you are healthy. Be grateful for what you have, and be grateful and thankful for everyone that is helping you. Have a great day, and until our next lesson.